as well as the token of appreciation from the CPU College of Medicine. There is one tradition in the College of Medicine graduation which we follow every year, and that is the reading of the class commitment of the particular graduating batch. Part of the curriculum of the CPU College of Medicine is the Values Clarification Workshop, which is done in the first 6 weeks in the first year. This is not original to the CPU College of Medicine, but was first introduced to the UP College of Medicine and was adapted by West Visayas State University College of Medicine and CPU College of Medicine. This was adapted with the permission and is the legacy of the late Ilonggo psychiatrist, Dr. Antonio Perlas. So 4 years ago, these young men and women wrote their letters of commitment about their stay at the College of Medicine. Graduating class, you still remember doing that? These letters of commitment were sealed and placed in an envelope, which will be opened and read only on graduation day. So today, these letters will be read as promised. May I request the members of the first group to stand as I call your names. Ayana Abad, please rise. Ellen Grace Bayag, Ray Neil Akain, Anne Lorraine Aguilar, Angeli Joy Alpasan, Elise Raymond Alpuerto, Kezia Luis Arcolas, Joanne Martini Artajo, Fitzgerald Asong, Paul Eugene Avellino, Lislyn Noemi Bahada, Lysandra Cortum, and Hannah Dalaguan. As the group, members of the group are standing, may I request a member of the group to read their letter of commitment. So may I request Ms. Abad to please read the letter of commitment.
As a group, we commit to acknowledge God's presence and sovereignty in our lives as medical students and humble members of our society, to trust God and not to depend on our understanding, strengthen our faith in Him, and anchor our dreams and goals, and strive to work and excel for God's greater glory. We also commit to embody unity and cooperation and devote our full commitment to the improvement of the group and advancement of every member, to help and support each other through prayers, teamwork, and encouragement, to develop a special bond with each other.
Si Raos, El Rufa, Jean Pagsuberon, Janine Panes, Faye Palmares, Prince Jan Tagaro, and Mark Jensen Trivihileo. And may I request Juan Magalona to please read your group commitment.
Our commitment. We commit to foster trust and camaraderie. We will keep in mind the uniqueness and varieties of personalities of each member to guide us. Understand more on how or why they act that way to lessen any miscommunications. To be considerate and sensitive towards the thoughts and ideas of others. We must try not to hurt or offend anyone and will respect each co-member. We commit to love each other truly and know them as the time goes by. To support the group in the best way that we can with genuine intentions to help for the benefit of everyone. Be a support to the group, not just as a group mate or a member, but as a sister and a brother to each other. To work towards achievement of our common goal, to graduate together on time. To survive medical school and become future co-workers with harmonious relationship. We will appreciate and support one another's leadership to build lasting relationships and experience victory together and to be once buttressed when med life gets tough. To be guided by and serve as a guide to each other in times of confusion and queries relating to medicine or not as the one concerned pleases. To be a friend who can lend my ears to listen, a hand to reach out, a shoulder to cry on, arms to embrace, eyes that can watch over, and a heart that can care. I will not render myself to any mishaps that will let my group compromise for me if there will be activities or group works. I will do my responsibilities and not just rely or pass the back to others. To work hand in hand and lift each one of us up to the pedestal of this noble, caring profession. We will continue to be a friend to each other and to be a good colleague to all. Together, we would be helping a lot more people with the different specializations that we have. We will keep communicating with each other and would try our best to see each other once in a while. We commit to consider our group as a family. Thank you.
Thank you, Group 3. May I call on the members of Group 4 to please rise. Jonal Ruiz Delipe, Gracia Marie Dureza, John Lawrence Elisis, Crystal Joy Esmejarda, Vincenes Estember, Mary Rose Gabutin, Maria Stella Famorcan, Stephanie Ray Fernandez, Precious Marlene Fronda, and James Joseph Galera. May I request John Lawrence Elisis to please read the letter of commitment.
We, the Group 4 of the Psychiatry Group of MD 2K17, are determined and aim to graduate the Central Philippine University by the year 2017. As we go through the years and downs of medlife, we will be of great support toward the success of one another. We will be the foundations of each other as we go through the trials of our course, and will be the greatest root that will bind us together, no matter how strong the tornadoes that would sway us. We will not only serve as inspiration to one another, but also to other members of the healthcare profession, as well as to our patients. We will impart the knowledge that we gain from the four walls of the classroom and experience the healthcare setting. And to others, because life is not just about gaining everything you want, but also sharing them, especially to those who need the utmost care. As we leave the portals of our dearest alma mater, all the teachings that we learned will be inculcated in our hearts. We also aspire to become successful in our chosen specialization and become instruments of rendering care that would truly be beneficial to all mankind. Having an optimistic outlook and being altruistic are essential factors that will truly serve as strong foundations as we take the first step in practicing our profession as registered physicians. We will continue to sharpen our minds and enhance our skills as we begin the next chapter of our profession, and we will not limit ourselves to what we know right now. We will further seek the greener pasture as we put God in the center of our lives. Lastly, we will never fail to become Christian doctors who always render helping hands in healing the sick towards restoration of health and peaceful death. We know that we can surpass everything and spread the wonders of the healthcare profession with the help of our professors, our families and friends, fellow classmates, and most especially God. Good afternoon.
Thank you, members of Group 4. May I request the following to rise. These are members of Group 5, Evangeline Guillemet, Wiljan Brian Gomez, Precious Ella Gregorio, Johanna Marie Idio, Sarah Jean Inopel, Abigail Haboneta, Joan May Halandoni, Kenneth Kimpo, John Earl Lastimoso, and Oliver Listano. For the group, Oliver Listano will read their commitment.
Our commitment reads, All of us will graduate with God's grace, and we will become Christian doctors, following the CPU College of Medicine motto, Magaling na doktor, mabuting doktor. We will all become successful doctors. We will reach out for those who need and will serve our patients with excellent care.
Thank you very much, Group 5. Members of Group 6 are the following: Charmaine Ling Chua, Darwin Claros, Hope Cordero, Charmaine Salmeo, Maridi Santa Maria, Nicole Marie Santua, Ira Hope Salonga, Cliff Lichen Soria, Christine Joy Sumanga, Jason Tablanda, Duran Tabugo, Nikki Talam, and Adrian Valdez III. And for the group, Mr. Jason Tablanda will read the group commitment.
The group commitment for values clarification are in bullet form. Number 1, to help each other and to graduate together. Number 2, to study hard and do our very best in everything we do. Number 3, to do all for God's glory. Number 4, to ask guidance and to draw closer to God as we journey towards success. Number 5, to become magaling na doktor, mabuting doktor. Number 6, to become closer with each other and becoming more sensitive with each other's differences and needs. Number 7, to participate in the co-curricular activities in the College of Medicine for personal development, growth, maximizing our potentials, and for sharing our God-given talents. Number 8, to become Christ-centered individuals in both decision, action, and perception. Number 9, to become role models of honesty, faith, integrity, and character. Number 10, to be competent in both knowledge, skills, and attitude in upholding the values and standards of a genuine Centralian doctor. And lastly, number 11, to be physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
Elsie Ortizo, Lovejoy Palmihar, Juancho Gutierrez, Elaine Patria, Carl Martin Pineda, Joanna May Ponce, and Gia Saison. I request Joanna May Ponce to please read the group commitment.
To dedicate our studies first to God, next to our family, and third to our country. To uphold the values and ideals of the CPU community. To exhaust all our efforts and capabilities in realizing our dreams of becoming a full-fledged MD. To continue practicing the virtues of generosity and compassion to others. To stay humble, patient, persevering, and service-oriented no matter what the future has in store for us. To instill the highest standards of morality and spirituality as our guiding principle. We will do the best that we can to become a mabuting doktor at magaling na doktor. God bless us all.
Before I call the awardees of the graduating class, there's one person this afternoon who would like to recognize. And may I request him to come forward, to come on stage as I call his name. We would like to give him a plaque of recognition, new with the text. His achievement gives honor to the College of Medicine and Central Philippine University and serves as an inspiration to the medical students and graduates, thus upholding the university's vision of exemplary Christian education for life, or EXCEL. Given this 11th day of June in the year of our Lord 2017 in Iloilo City. Signed by our Dean, Dr. Gonzalez, and Dr. Teodoro C. Robles, University President. And with this plaque of recognition, the College of Medicine is giving a cash award to Dr. Tomampos. May I request Dr. Robles, please, to also um, give assist in the awarding. As well, last May 5, 2017, the CPU Alumni Association of the university gave a recognition for the graduates, and in that recognition day, a certificate of recognition was also awarded to Dr. Dominique Tomampos because of his achievement as 10th placer in the March 2016 17 physician licensure examination. And the CP Alumni Association was also gave a cash award to Dr. Tomampos. And so may I request Engineer Isagani Halbuena, Vice President of the CPU Alumni Association Incorporated, to award this certificate and the cash award to Dr. Tomampos. So we hope this will be an encouragement to this batch. You'll be coming back to receive the same recognition when any one of you becomes top-notcher in the board examination. Let me now recognize clinical clerks who excelled in the different departments they rotated in during their clinical clerkship period. So a certificate of recognition is given to the best junior intern or clinical clerk of the Department of Internal Medicine for Iloilo Mission Hospital for the school year 2016-2017. And the awardee for best clinical clerk is Charmaine Ling P. Chua. May I request Dr. Chua, Charmaine Ling Chua, to please come up the stage. And may I request Dr. Sumagaysay, please, Section Head for Medicine, to give the award, as well as Dr. Gonzalez. The certificate of recognition is given to May R. Lomboy, Best Clinical Clerk for the Department of Internal Medicine for Iloilo St. Paul's Hospital for this school year. Ms. Lomboy, please please come forward. And aside from the certificate, the Iloilo St. Paul's Hospital is giving her a plaque of recognition. The plaque of recognition is signed by Vincent Lucenio, Chief Resident, Leia Agreda, Cadete, Training Officer, and Dr. Rosauro Cabana, Chairman of the Department of Internal Medicine, St. Paul's Hospital of Iloilo. The next award is given to Justin Conrad P. Branya as Best Clinical Clerk of the Department of Psychiatry for the school year 2016-2017. The certificate is signed by Jafet G. Fernandez de Leon, Head of the Section of Psychiatry, and Dr. Henry Gonzalez. And may I request on behalf of Dr. De Leon, Dr. Maria Annabel Salanatin, faculty of the Section of Psychiatry, to give the award. The next clinical clerk is best in the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology for the Iloilo St. Paul's Hospital. The certificate of recognition is given to Charmaine Ling P. Chua. The certificate is signed by Dr. Maria Gemma Transporto, head of the section of Obstetrics and Gynecology and our dean. Dr. Transporto is unable to go up the stage, but Dr. Simplicio Capileno will award the certificate on her behalf. The best clinical clerk for the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology for Iloilo Mission Hospital is Stephanie Ray S. Fernandez. We come now to the awardee of the Best Clinical Clerk for the Department of Pediatrics for Iloilo Mission Hospital. And that is L. Rufa Jean G. Pagsuberon. On behalf of Dr. James Wu, head of the section of Pediatrics, may I request Dr. Gisela Valencia to award the certificate with Dr. Gonzalez. The Best Clinical Clerk for the Department of Pediatrics for Iloilo St. Paul's Hospital is Joanne Martini B. Artajo. A certificate of recognition is given to the Best Clinical Clerk for the Department of Surgery for Iloilo Mission Hospital for this school year. And this certificate of recognition is given to Kenneth A. Kimpo. The certificate is signed by Dr. Victorino A. Salcedo III, section head for the section of surgery. And may I request Dr. Salcedo, please, to award the certificate with Dr. Gonzalez. The Best Clinical Clerk for the Department of Surgery for Iloilo St. Paul's Hospital is Rainiel L. Akain. Congratulations. May I now request Dr. Agnes Segunda Herasmo, section head for the section of research, to make her important announcement and awarding of recognition for members of the graduating class.
I might not call on the stage all the members of the researchers that were able to be entries to the Association of Philippine Medical Colleges in Cebu, and also our entries to the Western Visayas Health Research Consortium that was held this March at Sarabia Manor Hotel. So all of you, all of the research group will also receive certificates. So we're just going to give certificates, medal to the presenters of these different researches. Before I do that, I would like to thank the administration, the College of Medicine Dean and Associate Dean and the staff, the different department chairs, and also most especially the chief residents who gave permission to our presenters to be away for a while on their duties. Last year, Dr. Convocar, we were on the first Western Visayas Health Research Consortium. We played champion in poster contest, and for this year we placed second in the oral research presentation. Okay, so I would like to ask Dr. Gonzalez, Dr. Diadem, and Dr. Lizada to assist me in giving the medals to our presenters. So we have the following. For the APMC presenters, we have Christy Jill Bukayan, and Paul Eugene Avelino, Ellen Grace Bayag and Oliver Listano. And for a winner, second prize, oral presentation, El Rufa Pagsubiron. And for the last group, we have our presenters, Precious Marlene Fronda, Joanne Martini Artajo, and Alisa Marie Mallorca. For the rest of the group members, you have your certificate of recognition.
The next award is a certificate of recognition given to the class salutatorian. So the certificate of recognition is given to Paul Eugene B. Avelino, salutatorian of the graduating class 2017 for his distinction in academic performance and exemplifying the ideals of Central Philippine University as an institution which promotes exemplary Christian education for life. Given this 11th day of June in the year of our Lord 2017, signed by our Dean and Dr. Robles, University President. May I request also the parents of Mr. Avelino to please come forward. Mr. Eugene B. Avelino and Mrs. Felisa B. Avelino. As we give the University Medal of Excellence. Congratulations. And this certificate of recognition is given to the class valedictorian. Oliver S. Listano, valedictorian of the graduating class 2017 for his distinction in academic performance and exemplifying the ideals of Central Philippine University as an institution which promotes exemplary Christian education for life. With the same signatories, Dr. Gonzalez and Dr. Robles. May I request, please, the parents of Mr. Listano to please come up the stage. Dr. Agnesio R. Listano and Dr. Daisy S. Listano.
All candidates for graduation, please.
By virtue of the authority vested on me by the Board of Trustees of Central Philippine University, with the confirmation by the Commission of Higher Education, Republic of the Philippines, I hereby confer upon you your degree of Doctor of Medicine with all the rights, honors, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations, you are now graduates of Central Philippine University.
Iana Patricia Abad. From San Vicente, Haro, Iloilo. Parents, Mr. P.O.P. Abad and Mrs. Eleanor C. Abad. Ray Neil Akain from Tagum City, Davao del Norte. Parents, Mr. Ray A. Akain and Engineer Nelita L. Akain. Anne Lorraine Aguilar from Norala, South Cotabato. Parents, Mr. Ben C. Aguilar and Mrs. Donna Rose N. Aguilar. You may now put on the hoods. Angeli Joy Alpasan from Sara, Iloilo. Parents, Mr. Angel Alpasan Jr. and Mrs. Maria Delia Alpasan. Bacolod, Mansilingan, Bacolod City. Parents, Mr. Armoni Arcolas and Mrs. Sarah Grace Arcolas. Congratulations. Joan Martini Artajo from Escalante City, Negros Occidental. Parents Dr. Rogelio T. Artajo and Mrs. Rodora B. Artajo. Fritz Gerald Asung from Tugbok District, Davao City. Assisting in the hooding is his mother, Mrs. Nancy F. Asung. Paul Eugene Avellino from Panay Capiz. Parents, Mr. Eugene B. Avellino and Mrs. Felisa B. Avellino. Congratulations. Lislyn Noemi Bahada from Haro, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Rizalino B. Bahada and Mrs. Elizabeth C. Bahada. J.P. Barbasan from Panitan, Capiz. Parents, Mr. Celso A. Barbasan and Mrs. Jadi D. Barbasan. Niman Vincent Vargas from Rojas City, Capiz. Parents, Mr. Stephanie C. Vargas and Mrs. Ruby R. Vargas. Congratulations. Portia Rose Basiliano from Dumarao, Capiz. Parents, Dr. Abner O. Basiliano and Dr. Rebecca G. Basiliano. Ellen Grace Bayag from Barotac Nuevo, Iloilo. Parents, Mr. Epitusio Bayag and Mrs. Glenda S. Bayag, both deceased. So assisting in the hooding are Mrs. Shirley Solatorio and Mr. John Hendricks Solatorio. Bernice Lynn Bergante of North Cotabato. Parents, Mr. Alvin Lynn P. Bergante and Mrs. Phoebe E. Bergante. Congratulations. Christian Roldan Blasurca from Rojas City, Capiz. Parents, Mr. Elmer Blasurca and Dr. Mathilde Blasurca. Zareen Ann Borja from Pavia, Iloilo. Parents, Mr. Edgardo A. Borja and Mrs. Belinda A. Borja. Justine Conrad Branya from Surala, South Cotabato. Parents, Dr. Conrado M. Branya Jr. and Mrs. Josinette P. Branya. Congratulations. For the next group of graduates, may I request Dr. Agnes Segunda Erasmo, Section Head for Research, Dr. Marianemia Lisada, Section Head for PCFM, Preventive Family Community Medicine, and Dr. Epifania Hinon, Section Head for Legal Medicine and Jurisprudence, to assist in the hooding. Christy Hill Bukayan from President Rojas, Capiz. Parents, Mr. Elmo Bukayan and Mrs. Monina D. Bukayan. Marie Shannon Cabillo from La Paz, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Margarito C. Cabillo and Mrs. Sonia B. Cabillo. Charmaine Ling Chua of Galibo, Aklan. Congratulations. Darwin Claros. From Cabantan, Davao City. Parents, Mr. Violeto Claros and Mrs. Teresa P. Claros. Hope Christy Cordero. From San Miguel, Iloilo. Parents, Mr. Rolando M. Cordero and Mrs. Heidi U. Cordero. Lysandra Cortum from Arevalo, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Rene T. Cortum and Mrs. Maria Jean S. Cortum. Congratulations. Hannah Dalaguan from Butuan City, Agusan del Norte. Parents, Engineer Julius Dalaguan and Mrs. Liza Dalaguan. Jonald Ruiz Dalipe of Calinog, Iloilo. Parents, Mr. Reynaldo A. Dalipe and Mrs. Marie Jo C. Dalipe. Francine Cristel de la Cruz from Uton, Iloilo. Parents, Mr. Yurlen D. de la Cruz and Mrs. Monina B. de la Cruz. Congratulations. Kenneth Doromal from Haro, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Arnold Dave Doromal and Mrs. Eleanor V. Doromal. Grecia Marie Doreza from Haniway, Iloilo. Parents, Mr. Benedicto P. Doreza and Mrs. Elconida P. Doreza. John Lawrence Elises from San Jose, Norala, South Cotabato. Parents, Mr. Joel T. Elises and Mrs. Florenda G. Elises. Congratulations. Crystal Joy Esmejarda from Esperanza, Sultan Kudarat. Parents, Mr. Juanito Esmejarda and Mrs. Norma Esmejarda. Vincennes Estember from San Miguel, Iloilo. Parents, Mr. Vicente C. Estember and Dr. Melda L. Estember. Maria Stella Maris Famorcan from Arevalo, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Nopleto G. Famorcan Jr. and Mrs. Maria Maristela Famorcan. Congratulations. The next two graduates are brothers and sister. Stephen Ray Fernandez and congratulations. For the next group of graduates, may I request Dr. Maria Annabel Inano, Section Head for Anatomy, Dr. Juan Ismael Samagaysay, Section Head for Medicine, and Dr. Gisela Valencia, representing Dr. James Wu, for the Section of Pediatrics, to assist in the hooding. May I request Dr. Valencia, please? Mary Rose Gabutin from Haro, Iloilo City. Parents, Captain Roberto J. Apostol and Mrs. Assisting in the hooding are Captain Roberto Apostol and Mrs. Myra R. Gabutin. James Joseph Galera from San Jose, Antique. Parents, Mr. Jose B. Galera and Mrs. Orfa Josephine M. Galera. Evangeline Galemet from Imelda Zamboanga, Sibugay. Parents, Reverend Priscilio N. Galimet Jr. and Mrs. Teresita P. Galemet. Joining our University Registrar, Ms. Ruth Fernandez, our Dean, Dr. Henry Gonzalez, and Dean Emeritus, Dr. Catedral, is Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Irving Domingo El Rio. Congratulations. Will John Brian Gomez from Tapas, Capiz. Parents, Mr. Wilmeno G. Gomez and Mrs. Michelle R. Gomez. Precious Ella Joy Gregorio from Pontevedra Negros Occidental. Parents, Mr. Elisama Gregorio and Mrs. Delia Gregorio. Johanna Marie Idio from Haro, Iloilo City. Parents, General Renier Q. Idjo and Mrs. Presilda P. Idjo. Congratulations. Sarah Jean Inopel from Kidapawan City. Parents, Mr. Cesario B. Inopel and Mrs. Dina L. Inopel. Abigail Luis Haboneta. From Cabancalan City, Negros Occidental. Parents, Engineer Edison P. Haboneta and Mrs. Edeth Doris R. Haboneta. Joan May Halandone from Leganes, Iloilo. Parents, retired Police Inspector Reynaldo L. Halandone and Mrs. Jocelyn Halandone. Congratulations. Jennifer Heresa from Mandurriao, Iloilo City. Parents, Captain George J. Heresa and Mrs. Maria Elena P. Heresa. Kenneth Kimpo from Numancia, Aklan. Parents, Mr. Stephen F. Kimpo and Mrs. Clara A. Kimpo. John Earl Lastimoso from Taculing, Bacolod City. Parents, Mr. Jose Lastimoso Jr., now deceased, and Mrs. Annie F. Davis. Now, acting as parent or father to John Earl Lastimoso is Mr. Lawrence Davis. Congratulations. Oliver Listano from Santa Barbara, Iloilo. Parents, Dr. Agnesio R. Listano and Dr. Daisy S. Listano. May Lomboy from General Santos City. Parents, Mr. Nixon V. Lomboy and Mrs. Sinaida R. Lomboy. Juan Antonio Magalona from Ledesma Street, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Juan Antonio L. Magalona and Mrs. Vivian E. Magalona. Roy Malaluan. Assisting in the hooding is Dr. Angeles P. Vencer. Alisa Marie Mallorca from Tigbawan, Iloilo. Parents, Chief Engineer Emmanuel Mallorca and Mrs. Alma T. Mallorca. Eric Gabriel Gerard Mirabilis of La Paz, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Rizal Mirabilis and Mrs. Maria Faye C. Mirabilis. To assist in the hooding for the next group of graduates, may I call on Dr. Zenia Hidangoni, Section Head for Histology, Dr. Arlene Pundia, Section Head for Perceptions and Values in Medicine, and representing Dr. Maria Gemma Victoria Tusporto is Dr. Simplicio Capileno for the Section of Obstetrics and Gynecology. Francis Luis Montenegro of Mandurriao, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Francisco Don Montenegro and assisting in the hooding is Miss Lalaine Bonete. Montero Embry Joy of Leganes, Iloilo. Parents are Mr. Jesus Rem Montero and Mrs. Estela E. Montero. Phil Venci Ortalis from La Paz, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. McCray R. Ortalis and Mrs. Relina B. Ortalis. Congratulations. Congratulations. Elsie Christine Dayan Ortizo from Iloilo City. Parents, Engineer Cesaro D. Ortizo and Mrs. Elsie J. Ortizo. Beldith Gaylene Oceraos from Catarman, Northern Samar. Parents, Engineer Bernardo S. Oceraos Jr. and Dr. Glenda G. Oceraos. L. Rufa Jean Pagsuberon from Bago City, Negros Occidental. Parents, Mr. Elidio Pagsuberon Sr. and Mrs. Gina Pagsuberon. Assisting in the hooding also is Mr. Elidio Pagsuberon Jr. Congratulations. Faye Dominique Palmares from La Paz, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Dangel Palmares and Mrs. Maria Rosena Palmares. Coming up the stage is Faye Dominique Palmares. Love Joy Palmehar from Haro, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Truman Washington C. Palmehar and Mrs. Eva B. Palmehar. Janine April Panes from San Jose, Antique. Parents, Dr. Menyon P. Panes and Dr. Smee J. Panes. Congratulations. For this next group of graduates, may I request the Vice President for Finance and Administration, Dr. Florence Bogascia, to please Parents are Mr. Isabelo Jesus and Mrs. Asuncion Paredes. Elaine Joy Patria from Talisay City, Negros Occidental. Parents, Mr. Ariel V. Patria and Mrs. Hilda M. Patria. Carl Martin Pineda from Pototan, Iloilo. Parents are Mr. Rolito Pineda and Mrs. Elnora Pineda. Joanna May Ponce from Tacurong City, Sultan Kudarat. Parents, Mr. Jesus L. Ponce and Mrs. May Flor Ponce. Coming on stage is Joanna May Ponce. Gina L. Salmeo. Ira Hope Salonga from Haro, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Honorato L. Salonga and Mrs. Irene D. Salonga. Marie D. Santa Maria from Calibo, Aklan. Parents, Dr. Victor A. Santa Maria and Mrs. Methuselah T. Santa Maria. Nicole Marie Santua from Haro, Iloilo City. Parents, Mr. Nolly P. Santua Jr. and Mrs. Maria Carmela P. Santua. Gia Ritzi Saison from San Enrique Negros Occidental. Parents, Mr. Chudi L. Saison and Mrs. Carmen Chu V. Saison. Also assisting in the hooding of Nicole Marie Santua is Dr. Maria Carmen Santua Salcedo. Congratulations. Cliffley Shen Soria from Kalumpang General Santos City. Parents, Mr. Arturo R. Soria and Mrs. Donna D. Soria. Christine Joy Sumanga from Banga, Aklan. Parents, Dr. Eduardo G. Sumanga and Dr. Margie Y. Sumanga.